And welcome back to part 4 of Invasion Shoot Roundtable Positive Discussion. Today we're talking about our favorites. I've got a list in front of me. We're going to talk about what our favorite locally, internationally, all time. Basically, I throw a word at these guys, a type of wrestler, a style of wrestling, and they will talk about their favorites. I also wanted to say, we touched on it in the last one, anybody who watches these, who wants to come in to participate.
If you're in the business.
If you're in the business and you're like, F those guys, I don't like them because, come on, tell us. Sit down, I will talk to you and say, what don't you like about it? And then we'll get your thoughts on it. No, nothing hostile. Come on. It's so people can know. It's promoting discussion. It's open discussion. It's promoting everybody. It's promoting wrestling, and it's getting discussion, which is ultimately what we want to do.
It's completely American.
Right.
American.
Right. I had a lot of guys the last show I was on who I have a lot of respect for saying, I don't like those. I'm like, come do one. Come do one. I guarantee you'll have a good time. You might get a little bit of heat for it, but you'll be able to.
You're lucky.
You'll be able to get your gimmick over. Because in all honesty, how long are you in the ring for to tell your story? 9 minutes? You got a whole hour, or however long you want to do it for, to just talk about you. Come on, I want to see it.
If I was a wrestling fan in this area, this stuff right here would be awesome.
Right. And
that's why I do it, you know?
Sure, I understand. And I want everybody else to
understand. Spidey likes them.
Hi, Spidey.
Okay, we're going to move on to gimmick. And I had a question about this gimmick, or this word, because is it gimmick wrestler? Everybody's a gimmick wrestler. I don't think there's anybody out there who doesn't have a gimmick, whether it be a gimmick name
we
or...
should say over-the-top gimmicks.
We're talking over-the-top, cartoony, Papa Shango gimmicks. Your favorite kind of like... That guy's good and I like watching him, but he's not ever going to win a world title. That's pretty much how you can look at it. So we'll start with Jerry on this one.
Interesting.
We've started on the sides and I wanted to mix it up a little bit because people love you.
Anybody want to venture a guess?
Obsession by...
I don't even know who that guy is. So.
The Great Muta.
The Great Muta.
NWO Wolfpack Sting, I'm sure.
The Great Muta is your favorite gimmick. Why is it your favorite gimmick?
I don't know.
All right, moving on.
I just love the guy.
Is he so badass that he has to choke himself?
So
he's touching that extra gland in his throat to bring the bile and the mist up so he can...
So you like him because he's a good wrestler?
Both.
I'm
he's
asking,
a good wrestler and it's a great gimmick.
Okay, because I'm asking your gimmick. I could give two shits about if the guy can work. I'm asking your favorite. What's your favorite gimmick? And I think that's going to deduct points from Muta because to me, Muta is 80% work.
He's got the mist and the paint and the... Now there's Kenji Muto, which is...
So who do you like better, Keiji Muto or Great Muta?
Great Muta.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so because of the gimmick, even though it's the same guy...
But he works differently.
He changed his style. He's a big fan of Jerry Reiner.
Very aggressive, very over the top.
Like you, he was kind of a cruiserweight, wrestling moonsault, stuff like that. And like you, that's the only comparison between the two of you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he still does moonsaults and tears his knees up.
Right.
They both have dark hair.
Right. And yellow skin.
And also he got his gimmick from the Great Kabuki.
The Great Kabuki. So you like the Great Kabuki's gimmick?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so not Muta's, Kabuki's.
Well, both. Well, he's like his son.
Right, and the Great Kazushi is the grandson who Jerry got a Coke for.
I did get him
about 3 years ago.
I sucked up big time.
Yeah, you did. I managed him.
And he blew mist in Vortex's face.
Right.
It was awesome.
I managed him. It was fun. He gave me a fan for a gift. That's what he told me.
For a gift. And gimmick.
He just picked up one of the fans and said, "Hey, take this person home."
It was a small blonde girl.
Oh,
Japanese.
That's even better.
No, I got in a lot of trouble. Moving on.
Yeah, that sucks.
Locally.
Locally.
Yeah, and I know what my favorite gimmick is locally, and maybe 6 months down the road we'll be like, "Oh, remember when you did that gimmick and it was really over and you hated it?" Anyway, what's your favorite gimmick locally?
I won't say Omega because I know somebody else probably will.
And it's the same fucking thing you just said.
And it's just the same thing that I just said,
yeah.
so I won't say that.
I want variety in you, Reiner.
I'll go Nick Virtue.
Ooh, that's one.
I like it.
Do you like the Virtue gimmick?
I like it.
Do you?
It's a good gimmick.
He does it very well.
Nice. Any particulars? Why do you like it?
It's hilarious. I don't know.
That's what's hilarious, man.
In
this area, it pushes that envelope.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how it's the Bible Belt here.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't want people telling them how to lead their life.
And he's got that Southern Baptist voice, the drawl and everything down, and his promos are really good.
Right. Okay.
His first promo that I seen him cut in that character legitimately creeped me out, and I've known him for years.
Really?
The look on his face and that smile.
Yeah, I've never seen like that side of him before.
Really? Is that a shoot?
Wow, he's creepy.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Right.
It's like,
because if it can
if
it can stir emotion in you,
yeah,
what's it doing?
Exactly.
And you know him,
and I know he can work because I've
Right.
been working him for years.
Yeah, and to me, bottom line is this form of entertainment is about emotion. Is getting people to stand up, sit down, cheer, boo, cry, laugh. It's theater, and that gimmick does it.
So Muda Virtue for Reiner.
Okay.
Who are we doing next?
We'll go to Joe.
Okay.
So I can think of mine.
Gimmick. We're talking kind of crazy, like over the top,
Masked guy or garbage man or something like that.
like a hockey player.
Yeah, I got it.
Ninja.
Were you gonna say the Goon?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
MVP? No, not MVP. What is it?
He was MVP. Then he was Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Yeah, but favorite gimmick probably be Adrian Street.
Okay.
Real flamboyant, real over the top as far as is he? But,
Right.
He'll own you in the ring.
Yeah, I mean he's legit.
Yeah.
And
If anybody's ever made a lot of money in this business off just having a ridiculous gimmick and really not even being that good, it's Adrian Street.
I don't know about
and I can
that,
say
but-
that because he took a lot of money from me and didn't really train me.
Well,
Said he was going to train me.
well,
sounds like
That's just a personal.
sounds like a good worker and you got
European
worked.
style mat wrestling, he could work his
Right.
ass off.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a shooter.
Because he's the guy that checks the gimmick at the door as soon as that bell rings, and he'll
Right.
maul.
Kind of took the Gorgeous George gimmick and turned the volume up, which led to Rico when he was doing that gimmick.
So many others. Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
couldn't carry the gimmick with both hands.
No.
On a local level, Dan Delicious did that gimmick, in my opinion. And this isn't just me shooting on Adrian because I hate him. I think he did it better than Adrian.
You think Dan Delicious did?
Yeah. I think he did the gay thing when he was at his peak.
See, to me, Dan Delicious wasn't a gay gimmick. He was very ambiguous.
No.
No, he was out there, man.
Really?
You're thinking of Tyrone. Tyrone was ambiguous. Dan was gay.
A little
The
tutu.
guy that wears
Well, when he was doing the tutu, but after he stopped doing that, like when PWA was hot, he was wearing like red pants and like a zebra striped shirt, and then like was kicking people in the face like really stiff. That's when Tajiri was doing it,
Yeah,
but he would still put the thing down his pants and
Yeah.
like cover his nipples. And to me, he wasn't doing anything overly homo.
Tape overs.
It was just kind of like
Right.
that guy's kind of pushing an envelope that I don't really like.
Right.
He wouldn't open
Makes
mouth
you
tongue kiss
uncomfortable
anybody.
and-
Yeah.
Just like,
Because I do remember him doing the tutu stuff. That's when it was like, wow.
that's
But
what
as he evolved, I think he kind of... And I like the ambiguous character, because when you don't know, you fear what you don't know. It's like, is
I
that...
wrestled a man in a tutu in PWA.
Right.
split his head open with my head.
You did.
While he was wearing a tutu, you split his head open with your skull.
So that's all time. Did you say locally?
No, not yet.
Okay, hit me with the locally.
Cornbread.
Nice.
Ah.
Everybody knows my man crush on Cornbread.
Yeah.
I think Cornbread. And the interesting thing about that, not a gimmick.
No,
That's Cornbread.
What you see is what you get with
We did a shoot interview with him. Remember, we sat him down, and he was. I was like, you don't have to be in character, man. He's like, no. I'm like, no, seriously, I'm asking you these questions like out of character. You can.
Yeah, that's fine. Isn't it?
Yeah, I was like,
I love Bill.
yo, he's one of my favorite human beings ever. Like top 3, it's like Mother Teresa, Jesus, Cornbread. Like
I
those.
put him over Jesus
That's I did too.
and over Mother Teresa.
No.
He's
But
the,
just underneath
David Lee Roth.
Steven Seagal.
Underneath Steven Seagal, really?
wow. I don't know. That's a close tie there.
Yeah. See, me like Boss Rutten beats him by a little bit because he's got an accent.
Oh, we got to throw Chuck Norris in there.
I like Steve Gutenberg.
All right, we are way off track.
Yeah. Let's bring
Let's
it back.
move. Let's
What were we even talking about?
bring it right back.
Let's take Lasso. And
Yeah, we're talking
Norman Smiley?
favorite gimmick.
Oh, favorite gimmick.
Favorite gimmick, over the top, kind of cartoony gimmick.
I never said anything about the